Welcome back, YouTube. This is my third video, and I wanted to realize that in our second video, we made a digression from our Jamaica's independence. Our goal is to look at Jamaican independence in details, with some critique to see where we are coming from and why are we at where we are today. Now, our second video will look at the Kendall crash. It was so important for us to digress after meeting Mr. Orris, and he gave us a good description of what happened during Kendall crash. We have passed that, and now we are come back to our focus on independence. So the first video, we talk about all the different points that determine when a country is independent. Now, today, at this moment, we want to look at some vital things that happened along the way that took us to where we are now. Now, one of the key issues I want to look at in this video is the matter of federation. All right, federation is where a group of Caribbean islands would come together and form one big government for the entire Caribbean. Now, we are coming way from slavery, coming all the way to the 1950s, and there are two different arguments that were being put up to say where Jamaica should be heading from there. You have Norman Manley with the People's National Party. They were going with support for federation, and they had some points. I'm going to just read the points that Norman Manley and the People's National Party decided. These are some points that we should consider as a whole Caribbean, so that we'll be stronger, more united as a people. So here we go. Number one, there were economic benefits, shared resources, increased trade, and a larger market for all the main islands in the Caribbean. Number two, it would mean political strength, unity among Caribbean nations for international representation. Three, cultural exchange and promotion of regional identity and cooperation. These were the points that were put up by Norman Manley and the People's National Party to say why Jamaica should support federation. On the other side, we have Alexander Bustamante and the Jamaica Labour Party. They were against federation. So their points were: one, if Jamaica joined federation, they would lose sovereignty, and there were serious concerns about ceding power to a federal government. Number two, economic concerns. They were fear of Jamaica's resources being exploited for regional benefits. Three, cultural identity. Preservation of Jamaican autonomy and distinctiveness. They thought Jamaica would lose itself in the big scheme of things. Fear of domination. There were concerns that Trinidad and Tobago, with its asphalt and oil and larger population, would have more of an economic influence. Jamaica would not benefit. Immigration concerns, worries about unrestricted movement of people from other islands. So these were the two schools of thought that concerns Jamaica. And let's look at where we are today and see if we would have been better if we had gone with federation, or it would have been worse. From where I'm looking right now, I think Jamaica is in a very bad situation. In all the points that were mentioned by both sides, Jamaica is still in a very bad position. One, crime and violence just against its own people. It's very rampant. And no one having a definite argument to say it would have been different. But from what we're seeing, we are in really a very bad situation. Economically, we are not where we want to be. We are, our unemployment rates, our treatment of our young people, it's very, very serious and in a negative, very negative situation. If I should make some assumption just by looking at some larger countries that have gotten their independence, fought for their independence, gotten it, and have very big territories to maneuver, but yet still they were in a position to maintain all those points that Jamaica feared would have happened if they had gone federation. The United States, for instance, had 50 states, huge population, but yet still they maintain. Russia, they did the same. And many other countries that fought for their independence and won with huge territories still maintain the unity and the economic power to maintain. I can just say that the mere fact that we look within ourselves and try to maintain a small area restricted us to do small things. And so now we have not gotten the power to reach out to miles and miles of the ocean, miles and miles of space, and deal with issues that we can and should deal with to maintain the unity of all those Caribbean islands. So every little Caribbean islands have gone their own way and it has affected us negatively. This is where we're going with the discussions from now until a few more videos. We're going to check for in detail to see how and why Jamaica as a country with all the talents in music, track and field, and many other areas, but yet still the economy is still struggling. We need to start looking back and assess the country as a whole and ensure that we bring young minds with the older minds, a unity that will gear towards progress for the entire Jamaica. That's where we're going, and I hope we can join together in the next few videos with minds and more qualified persons who can help us to dig into this issue and see where we need to go in the future. Thank you.